This question is an obvious limiting reagent question because it tells you there is an excess reagent. In any question where you are given amounts for the reagents, either in grams, moles, molarity, or something related to the gases, then you have to think limiting reagent. The first thing you're going to do is write out the balanced chemical reaction. That looks like this. The next thing, set up a BCA box, and that sets up to look like this. Now you're going to put in known values in moles into the BCA box. For both of these chemicals, since they are aqueous, remember that molarity is moles divided by liters. So moles equals volume times molarity. You get this value for the iron 3 chloride, plug that in. You get this value for the sodium carbonate, plug that in. Since there is no iron 3 carbonate or sodium chloride made yet, you can put 0 in there. Not essential because the question doesn't deal with the products. Now we're going to use up all of one reagent. Doesn't matter which one. I typically pick the first one in the equation. So I'm going to use up 0.0125 moles of the iron 3 chloride. Now all the values that I'm going to plug in now for C are based on stoichiometry. C is the only stoichiometric line. So I'm going to calculate that value. So for the sodium carbonate, the ratio of sodium carbonate to iron 3 chloride is 3 to 2, or x over negative 0.125. I get this value for the result, so I plug that in. Now I'm going to calculate the A. So obviously the first column is 0, but the second column has a negative number. That makes the sodium carbonate the limiting reagent. All stoichiometry for any other question is based on the limiting reagent. The sodium carbonate is your if. So I can put in the negative 0.0125 here because I'm going to use it all up. Restate the question. If I have 0.0125 moles of sodium carbonate, then how much iron 3 chloride is needed? I set up my ratios. I solve for x. I plug that negative value in. It's negative because it's being used up. Now I can calculate A, which is B plus C, and I can see that I have 0.0042 moles of iron 3 chloride left. So we take that number, and remember that moles times molecular weight equals grams, so we plug everything into the equation, and we see that we have 0.68 grams of iron 3 chloride remaining. So to answer the question, how many grams of the excess reagent are left over? The answer is 0.68 grams.